Hello, I'm Kristen Lee. We are gonna talk about The Fight. Did you watch it? What did you think? Are you part of the conspiracy theorists where they think that it was just a money grab, which it was paid by Netflix. Of course it was a money grab. um, I'm just gonna go over the things that I was able to see because Netflix kept crashing on me, and I think I was more heated and into it because of technology. But I started watching the Goya and Nunez fight. I missed the hump session. I have no idea what that was about. No idea. I, I have to like go and find like highlights and stuff, but when I looked for reels, it was just that. And I'm like, no, I want to know what it was about, what led to it. Why did he do it? Why did he violate this guy in the corner of a ring? Um, the second fight I missed. I was cooking. I had, yeah, I totally missed most of it, and it kept cutting in and out. So I just got up and walked away and cooked dinner, and came back. I did see uh, Taylor and the Taylor and Serrano fight, which, in my opinion, that was the fight to watch. Like that was an excellent fight. Um, Serrano's team, you know, I agree with them, but Taylor did get deducted the points. I don't know. I don't know. I thought that Katie was gonna get her jaw busted because she kept holding her mouth open and she was not blocking. She was just like a bull and like douche. It was, but it was a great fight. Um, and I'm trying to think. I uh, I was like on the edge of my seat, and I couldn't talk to anybody because I wanted to watch it because they were 3-minute rounds, right? And each fight had different amount of rounds and how the points and everything were. Um, but yeah, the ugh, the Taylor and Serrano fight was amazing. Um, yeah, and like Katie Taylor's like backstory is inspiring. It's just awesome fight. And then the main event that took freaking forever. I felt like I was watching WrestleMania. I'm like, can we do the thing? Let's do the thing. Like, let's go. And freaking, I don't know. Like, I personally hate Jake Paul. As a YouTube content creator, I think that he's very not dangerous, but he knows his demographic and he knows that he can get what he wants from that demographic. And I just feel that the things that he asks of his subscribers and just people that follow him is dangerous. And I totally dislike his brother. I hate Logan Paul. So honestly, for me, when he even popped off his mouth on, it was a vlog, wasn't it? And he was like, yeah, I want to fight Mike Tyson. I was like, you wish, you know, Tyson will eat you. And then when Tyson was like, all right, I'll come out of retirement, I was like, the guy, what are you doing? It's just it was wild, the idea that at 58 he was coming back to fight this 27-year-old freaking running his mouth. But if you watched like any of the footage from the documentary of them training and stuff, holy crap. Like, so I have a lot of respect for different types of martial arts or wrestling, even wrestling. Yeah, even wrestling. Just the training that goes into it and the mentality to stick to that regimen. I have so much respect for it. I grew up in my teens. My family was in Taekwondo, and I loved it when I did it for me. I did not love it when I had to do it as a family thing. But I I couldn't keep up a lot of times because of my heart. But I loved doing forms. I loved breaking. Um, so having that respect for it, and then when I was in my 30s, going back to kickboxing, which is just mixed martial arts and stuff like that with a boxing bag thing, a heavy bag. It just, things come back. But if I'm hurting at 30, how was Tyson feeling getting back just into it? And I think it was what? He trained for 9 months, a little bit over 9 months, or a little less. I mean, from couch to 5K takes a year. So he hasn't been doing anything for 4 years. And to train like that, and I just, and as a millennial, like, yes, he's problematic. And yes, there were things that he was into and things like that in the 90s. And he, you know, did what he did with his biting fixation that he says he has. But he was also this, for me, he was an underdog. He grew up in Brooklyn. He trained in the Catskills, and I think he even trained where I'm from, Troy, New York. So I don't want to say he's an inspiration, but he is somebody that, as a generation, we watched him become this badass. And, for all of us, it was like, ooh, he's talking crap. Go get him. Whoop his butt. I will say the fight itself, I feel that Jake Paul was taking it easy on him. And he even said, like, in the interview after, was that he was afraid to get hurt. He did not want to hurt him because I think that crowd would riot. Because, first of all, this fool comes out in a green car, like he's at Disneyland, or It's a Small World, just driving his car. And, the boos from the crowd. I mean, it was like watching WrestleMania. That's what it reminded me of. And and then his song, freaking, it just whatever. So he gets up there, and then for me, when Tyson came out, that's when Netflix crapped it on me. I was so mad. So I missed his intro. Yeah, I can watch it again, but I'm one of those people, like, I need to be live in the moment for sports because I really don't understand them. Yes, I could take the time to do it, but I just don't. I like I said, I like mixed martial arts, and I'll watch live, fights and stuff like that, or I'll go to a hockey game, or, I'll go see live sports, but I will not sit down and watch the replay and, watch the whole, what was it, 4 hours, 5 hours of ads, basically. Because it was only 20 minutes, maybe a half hour of the fights. Anyway, so I'm happy that Tyson didn't get hurt. I was afraid that when he kept getting put off balance because he had that knee brace, I was afraid he was going to break something or tear something. Because you don't want to be healing from a knee surgery or whatever, after you've been training and put on the weight and everything like that. So I don't know. And the other thing is because he bulked up and like it was such an intense regimen, the way that your body changes while you're doing those things, I was worried. I was worried. I was impressed with Jake Paul's form. I really thought he was just a crap talker. I really did. I did not think that he actually took the time to learn the sport. I thought that he just threw money at somebody and somebody was like, yeah, he's going to be the best wrestler, boxer in the world and da 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 da. I thought that it was just money. I thought he just paid somebody to make him look good but not actually be able to fight. Because I only watched that vlog and I'm like, this fool. And at the time I was like, Tyson's not going to come out of retirement for you. He doesn't even know what a content creator is. So, oh, my tummy's growling, sorry. But yeah, I was impressed. Tyson did get in those hits though. Did you see the one where he like, you heard the sound? Oh, it brought me back to watching him in his heyday when you would hear the swish swish in the microphone and then you'd actually hear that pop when he would hit. Oh my gosh. I loved watching him. I really did. And what was the other thing? Totally lost my train of thought. But oh, 14-pound gloves. That's an infant in each hand. I think when I did kickboxing, I got up to 12 ounces, but not pounds. Ounces, but not pounds. Those are heavy freaking gloves, man. I thought that Jake Russell was gonna fight dirty, that there was gonna be something in his gloves or something. So I was impressed. I was really impressed. And then when it was at the 10-second mark to end the round and the match, and he bowed down and he gave the respect during his acceptance speech. All right, I'll give it to you. I'm not happy. I did want to I really wanted him to just knock him out. But, it was a good fight. It wasn't as entertaining as I think we all thought going into it, but it was a good fight. So, I'm trying to think if there was anything else. I haven't watched the interviews after the fight. I just watched, when they announced the winner and then they talk about stuff. I was surprised that the commentator got as many questions in to Tyson because, dude was tired. They were both breathing heavy. And every time I watch when a winner wins something, like either in football or whatever, and they're just sweaty and they're breathing heavy, and they're like, how do you feel? And all I can think of is Bedazzled, when Brendan Fraser's like, we put in 110%, and we played at 110%. We did really good. Every time. But yeah, it was an awesome game. I am so happy that my Vloggerino friends stayed up to talk to me because I was trash talking left and right, and they would have just opened up their phones or devices, and it just would have been me talking to myself all night. I was surprised some of them stayed up as late as they did. But so that was fun, was to chat and catch up, and because they were having issues with their internet too. And the other thing that I'm impressed with is the fact that it was an idea that came to a head, and I'm hoping they all got paid well. I really, because the promo and the fact that Netflix had live TV at all, and that it's going to now be a new venture into streaming services. But my friends and I were talking, and we're like, why don't they learn from all the mistakes from streaming FUPA's past? You know, if you promote it and we pay for the streaming service, we will show up. So if you want us there, you have to make sure that we can actually watch it. Because I don't know if there were people that were just, I'm unsubscribing, you know. But yeah, it was a good fight. I'm glad that they're both okay. I'm glad that I was entertained. I enjoyed it. I loved listening to Rosie Perez because she's really into boxing. She loves it. She loves MMA and everything like that. So listening to her and listening to the other boxers that have fought Tyson and being able to give you the insight of being in the ring with him and, you know, what they see that day for that fight. But you could even see it on Tyson's face where, because when you're sparring with somebody, you're in the moment because you have to, you know, not get knocked on your butt, but you're also knowing what you could have done with the muscle memory of what you got hit with, how you should have moved, and it you could see it in his eyes, but he never got that crazy look that he gets. Because I was like, if he does that, Jake Paul is crap out of luck. He better run. Like, he does something to piss him off. So I talked longer than I thought I was going to talk about. I hope you're having a great day and a great week. This is actually the most life I've had in me all day today. I got my COVID vaccine booster, and all day today I've been dragging my left side. I've been in so much pain. I wish I was one of those people that just, you know, can go back to regular life after they get vaccines or just any inconvenience medically. But my body's like, nope. So I will see you on Thursday. Bye.